have not seen any commercials, we have not seen any ads, we have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise, and we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes.
You wouldn't believe it. The 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year L shirt for Caitlin Clark's Raw Awards sold out in 50 minutes. This is what Nike gave Caitlin for her record-breaking first WNBA season, a t-shirt. No mention was made of her own shoes, while A.A. Wilson received promotions and was the focus of Nike's WNBA push. Nike finally broke their silence about Caitlin Clark, but not before Adidas miles ahead congratulated her on her Rookie of the Year success.
Okay, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today.
Therefore, even though it was a subpar shirt featuring Caitlin's records, it sold out in 50 minutes. That shirt would have taken 5 minutes to manufacture, but it sold out faster than any A.A. Wilson had ever done for Nike.
How do you miss an opportunity like that? How do you not capitalize? It doesn't make any sense at all. And playing the politics where, oh, we need to release Asia's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for Asia yet.
How is it possible for Nike to create such a basic jersey following a fantastic season? Caitlin would have received her own shoe by now if she had been working for Adidas, and I'm confident that they would have sold out everywhere. After signing Caitlin Clark, how many high-quality products has Nike released so far? There are still none in the world of sports. Caitlin Clark, the young basketball prodigy who has taken the game by storm, is one of the most divisive athletes. Despite her unparalleled success on the court, the Iowa phenom has broken records, been compared to the game's legends, and emerged as the face of women's basketball, even in her freshman season. Caitlin Clark has a complex and occasionally annoying relationship with the WNBA and Nike. Curiously, Nike, a multinational sports powerhouse renowned for supporting top athletes, has minimized Clark's accomplishments in favor of highlighting other sportsmen.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie, targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years.
Adidas, on the other hand, has been more than happy to accept her. Caitlin Clark was recently commended by Adidas ambassador and sports legend Billie Jean King for her outstanding season and WNBA Rookie of the Year victory. At the time of King's endorsement, not even Nike Clark, her official sponsor, had completely acknowledged her achievements. This appreciation was more than simply a compliment. It demonstrated the extent of Clark's influence. Meanwhile, Nike has come under fire for seemingly hesitantly supporting Clark, yet continuing to support other WNBA players. Particularly A.A. Wilson. Wilson is unquestionably a fantastic player, but the worst part is yet to come. Despite her immense popularity, Caitlin Clark outsells almost every other player in the league. Adidas appears to have acknowledged her impact far earlier than Nike, since they have partnered with a player who many consider to be the future of women's basketball. Nike has been hesitant to acknowledge her magnificence.
Caitlin Clark's going to help it change for the better. All of a sudden, we going to see Angel Wilson. She may get some more shine because she's that girl. Diana Taurasi going to get more shine because we know what she brings to the table. Ionescu, she's going to get more shine. Others, black, white, everything in between. It's about the ladies, now more so than ever before.
Billie Jean King, a longtime advocate for equality in sports, was unreserved in his praise of Caitlin Clark. King praised Clark's commitment, her record-breaking performances, and the indisputable impact she has had on the game. For King, it wasn't just about winning Rookie of the Year or the numerous honors she received. It was about the unadulterated love and passion for the game that Clark exhibits each and every time she takes the court. In addition to being a testament to her skill, Clark's debut of the year victory served as a moment of validation during her debut season, during which she encountered not only fierce competition on the court but also indifference and criticism from an unexpected source. Despite her quick ascent, Nike is her own sponsor. As one of Nike's athletes, Clark has had to cope with the annoyance of being disregarded by the company that ought to be enhancing her achievement. Given her marketability and popularity, Clark ought to have been at the forefront of their marketing initiatives, but Nike has mostly concentrated on promoting other athletes in spite of her evident influence.
She's got one of the hottest selling jerseys in sports, y'all, according to Fanatics, led by the one and only Michael Rubin. Clark's Indiana Fever jersey is apparently sold out in all sizes. It was rumored that she actually outsold Dallas Cowboy jerseys.
Another outstanding talent, A.A. Wilson, has been Nike's main emphasis. Wilson is unquestionably a fantastic talent. She has won multiple MVP awards, won the WNBA, and is a dominant force in the league. However, there is no doubting that Caitlin Clark has become the new face of women's basketball in terms of both her on-court performance and her ability to engage with fans. The fact is that Clark outsells Wilson in almost every play in the league. Her jerseys sell out, and her games attract large crowds. Why does Nike still give priority to Clark when it is obvious that Clark is the greater attraction?
Is Caitlin Clark currently the face of the WNBA? Yes. Do I think if A'ja Wilson dropped a shoe and Caitlin Clark dropped a shoe today at the very same time, that Caitlin Clark would outsell A'ja's shoe by 100 times? Yes, I think that would be the case.
Fans and pundits alike have been wondering why Wilson's item sales and general marketability don't match Clark's, despite her well-earned laurels. Fans have observed this disparity, and it has become a subject of dispute. Clark's appeal is not limited to she has drawn the interest of casual viewers, young girls who aspire to play like her, and even people who had not previously given women's sports any thought. Her game is captivating, and she has the potential to significantly improve the WNBA.
There is a Caitlin Clark effect on all of basketball, and especially on women's basketball ratings. Kudos to her. She has elevated an entire sport in viewership.
Clark's debut season will go down in history. Her ability to shoot from wherever on the floor, distribute the ball with accuracy, and lead her team with the tenacity of an experienced veteran distinguished her from other rookies, and she not only performed well, but also dominated the competition. She is the kind of player the WNBA sorely needs to attract fans and expand its following, and her performances weren't just about individual glory. They helped bring attention and much-needed enthusiasm to the league.
People need to realize the Indiana Fever, this is the second year in a row they had the #1 pick. So do y'all know what that means? That means they're not that good.
Even though Clark's Rookie of the Year victory was leaked more than a week ago, the WNBA has strangely been unwilling to completely embrace her as the sports spokesperson. Oh, and she didn't even win it. Fans and the media alike were undoubtedly surprised by this delay, with many asking why the WNBA isn't taking advantage of Clark's rising fame. For some, it seems like resistance and an unwillingness to completely accept that the league's future is now dependent on a 22-year-old from Iowa.
Caitlin Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
Clark is poised to lead the WNBA to new heights with her enormous talent, marketability, and fan base, but it's difficult to understand why the league and Nike are reluctant to fully support her. For the time being, the SB spotlight is shining brightly on Clark, but it's unclear if the organizations that are supposed to help her will embrace her potential. Although the criticism of Caitlin Clark is not new, many fans are baffled by the fact that it is suddenly coming from Nike, one of the largest brands in sportswear, despite her undeniable success on the court and marketability off it. Clark has been the target of constant criticism and, to be honest, hate, but this case appears to go beyond the usual scrutiny that comes with fame. It feels more personal and isn't simply about her performance.
Somebody coming along and elevating the sports shine ultimately benefits you. Go out there, compete with her, try to bust her up if you want to, and all of that stuff. Just don't hate on the acclaim that she's getting.
As a player who has broken records and received a lot of attention in just her rookie season, Clark is undoubtedly a trailblazer, but it's puzzling that Nike, a company that prides itself on promoting greatness, has chosen to downplay her success while focusing on athletes who, quite frankly, aren't having the same level of impact on the court or in terms of marketability reluctance to fully brace. There are layers of bias, jealousy, and possibly fear that this young star is changing women's basketball and the league in ways that make some people uncomfortable. Given their lengthy history of supporting influential athletes, such as Serena Williams in tennis or basketball greats like Michael Jordan, Clark seems particularly strange. Caitlin Clark is undoubtedly breaking rookie records, drawing comparisons to the greats, and bringing in viewership numbers that the WNBA has desperately needed. However, Nike has continued to promote other players like A.A. Wilson while downplaying Clark's explosive rise. Nike has built its brand on being associated with those who change the game.
But they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that, because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part of it.
And this is where Adidas comes into play. At last, a company is taking the initiative to acknowledge Caitlin Clark's accomplishments. It's encouraging to see a brand like Adidas recognize Clark's contributions to the sport, especially while Nike, for unknown reasons, continues to ignore her. Adidas, through its ambassadors like Billie Jean King, has publicly lauded Clark for her unquestionable talent and historic rookie season. However, Clark's relationship with Nike is complicated. She has an 8-year, $28 million contract that now seems like a great deal for Nike given how much her market value has increased. Despite the long-term contract, Nike has been hesitant to promote Clark in a way that is appropriate for her status as a rising superstar, leaving her fans angry and wondering why the company is holding back. Look at.
Have somebody that's come along, who, by the way, I'm going to go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before. And what we were seeing from an abundance of folks appeared to be resentment.
One of the most striking signs of Caitlin Clark's impact is the obvious decline in attendance and viewing following her elimination from the playoffs. The figures don't lie. People tune in to watch Caitlin Clark. There were no mentions of her prior to yesterday. Her absence from the league is noticeable, but the WNBA appears hesitant to fully embrace her as their new star. This has left many fans perplexed and frustrated, whether it's because of internal politics, long-standing biases, or a refusal to accept a new face of the league. Although it is becoming more and more obvious that the WNBA and possibly even Nike don't want to fully accept Clark as the star she unquestionably is, her influence extends beyond her play. She is a cultural phenomenon and, whether the WNBA wants to acknowledge it or not, she is the league's face. She has become a symbol for the future of women's basketball, drawing in new audiences and reviving the fan base. Because Clark is changing the game in ways the league didn't expect, there may be reluctance around her. It's possible that the league wasn't ready for such a strong surge of interest surrounding a single rookie, but Caitlin Clark's style of play challenges the status quo and is magnetic, defying expectations of what a WNBA superstar should be.
You guys were right. That's what we're saying. You
No,
were right.
Molly, you did not say that, Molly.
I'm saying
no,
it.
That is what you said.
You
That
did
is
not.
what you
That's
said.
not what you said, Molly.
What are you guys
That is not what
talking?
you said.
For now, one thing is certain, though. Caitlin Clark isn't going anywhere. Her impact on the league, her ability to attract fans, and her undeniable skill on the court make her a force that cannot be ignored, whether the WNBA and Nike are ready to admit it or not. She is taking a well-earned break from the demanding WNBA season after a year full of personal victories, competitive challenges, and the weight of controversy. She can take a step back, regroup, and focus on herself as she gets ready for what lies ahead. Adidas is more than pleased to step in and acknowledge Caitlin Clark's magnificence as the future of women's basketball. Whether Nike likes it or not, Caitlin Clark is one of the greatest athletes the sport has ever produced. Brands thrive on connecting themselves with winners. Although they may be slow to accept it, Caitlin Clark's time has come. The fans aren't, as evidenced by the soaring viewership and merchandise sales, which all point to the fact that she is a superstar and that it's time for everyone to treat her as such. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. More videos are now available.